And just like that, it's a wrap. The final market of the season is over. In today's video, I'm going to show you what the aftermath looks like, talk to you about our sales, which were amazing, and give you some information on why I think we did better this year than we did last year. And hopefully this will help you in your business if you're thinking about doing markets also. But before I do that, let's take you on a little tour of some of the booths that I actually got to see. The Weathered Wheel was one of those popular booths in the area. They have a great store out of McClenny, and this is Sunday. It's pretty easy to tell that they're really low on stock, but their booth was still beautiful as always. They're definitely ones to watch. And you can see from all their ducks were definitely a trend of this year. We had some in our booth as well, and all except for one little duck sold. And then we have some ornaments as well that we still have some that you can pick up at vintagebeedesign.com. The Weathered Wheel is always a booth where you can see the upcoming trends. Let me know in the comments if you see any other trends that you think are interesting, and are they trends that you see in your market as well? And so this is the part where we get to talk about numbers. And I talk about numbers not because I'm trying to brag, but because I know for me that I'm a numbers driven person, and setting my goals each year, I want to know what's possible. Not only what have I done in the past, but what have other people done? And here's kind of how, before I get into my numbers, here's kind of how I use those. In years past doing markets, I find that people will tell you, oh, I did great at this market, but great for everybody means something completely different. So in years past, maybe doing $3,500 on the weekend would have been a great market. But then to find out that somebody else did $10,000, then maybe my $3,500 I can look at and go, that was great for where I am now, but it gives me a place to strive for. And when we did $10,000 at this market last year, I was thrilled. And then I found out that somebody else did close to 30. And it's not that it took away the accomplishment of growing ours from 5,000 to 10,000 over the course of 2 seasons, but it means that there was room for us to grow. And knowing that information, that what other people could do at this same market, it helped me to sort of up my game. And so that's why I give you numbers. It's to give you something that seems possible because other people are doing it. This is not to say that every market this is possible. Certainly there are better markets than others. But at this market, we're going to compare last year's numbers to this year's numbers. And then I'm going to give you some information on why I think that our numbers improved so much. So we're going to start at last year's numbers first. On day one last year, we did $3,681.24. On day two, we did $4,579.38. And on day three, we did $1,874.23 for a total of $10,134.85. And this was only our second time of being at the fall market. And I think the previous year we were at 6,500. So that jump from 6,500 to 10,000 was a really remarkable jump for us. And so it is possible. We learn each time how to do something a little bit better. And really we're focused on what those changes are, what makes us better each time as we go. And so Friday is always a good day. Saturday is the best day. And Sunday, it's always going to be a little bit slow. At least that's how we found in all of our markets in this area. Friday is the day that the moms who don't want to bring their kids to these markets come, or they're the big spenders looking for that one-of-a-kind piece, and they want to be the first to find it. And all of that typically happens before noon. And after you get past 1 o'clock, then the moms are going to pick up their kids up from school, and you're kind of dead the rest of the day. And then Saturday is your really long day, and it's when families come and shop. And then Sunday, of course, there's church and other family activities. And so those tend to be the people that are looking for a bargain. They're the ones who are looking for the today only sales and things that might be marked down that haven't left. So generally your sales there are going to be people who are deal shopping. So in comparison, this year on Friday, day one, we did $4,534.65. On Saturday, day two, we did $8,926.36. And day three, we did $2,673.47. Now, I came into this market thinking that with all of the news we've heard about the economy, that people might not be spending this year. So my goal was just to do what we did last year. And what we actually did was $16,134.48. So that was almost a 60% increase over what we did last year. So now let's take a look at our booth from last year and take a look at our booth from this year and talk about why I think some of the changes in sales happened.
Come back, Heather.
Come back, Heather.
Yes. Fix your hair and smile, damn it.
My hair is what it is.
Fix your hair.
I don't think that, no.
Huh? You don't think it looks good? Your standards are too high.
Okay. How do you think we're looking?
We're looking packed.
Really? I don't feel like we're nearly as packed as we've been.
You don't think so?
Not even a little bit. I feel like it's already sparse looking.
There's totes back there.
Right?
Boxes unpacked here. Or not packed. Whatever. Still packed.
Still, they have not unpacked yet.
I think we don't have as many surfaces.
Yeah, but I feel like we had...
No, but even the surfaces I feel like are, I mean, I think the displays look amazing. Yeah. I don't think that
There's
it
enough
looks,
stuff.
I don't think it looks like there is nearly as much stuff as in the springtime. But we do have 3 tents also, or 3 spaces
spread
where
out.
we only had 2.
Yeah. But I do like that we have the 3 entries now.
We have been told at all the markets that it was hard to see our furniture.
Or that people didn't even know we had furniture.
Yeah.
But what happens when we sell the furniture then? On the first
Everything will
day?
be on the floor.
We'll put it in the baskets and you can just...
Sue and I will be taking,
Yeah.
Sue and I will be taking the trailer and getting more furniture. As I look around last year's booth, I think it looks really pretty, but I also think it looks a little bit busy and maybe has less of an overall theme. We definitely do traditional Christmas in that we keep with the brighter colors and the red and green, as well as the farmhouse white and, you know, that trend that's going on now. But there certainly wasn't as much surface space as I had discussed. And to me, when you compare this booth to the booth that we had this year, I think you're going to notice how much more we actually managed to put in the booth. Now, this is day 3. This is the final day, so we had sold out of a lot, but even if you compare what our day 3 looked like this year in comparison to what it looked like last year, you're going to notice that there is a lot more stuff. And so this is the beginning of day 2, which means we've already sold almost $5,000 worth of merchandise. And notice how much stuff is still in the booth. It was really packed this year. We also made a point of having very large statement pieces and furniture lining the entire back wall. This year, we really came prepared to sell. Look at all the merchandise that came with us and how much was in the booth before we even really started packing in all of these boxes of items. Now, in these stacks, a lot of this is refills, and we didn't use all of the refills, which is different than in years previously where we actually had refilled the entire booth and had to go raid the store for more merchandise because we didn't have enough to sell. We really, really packed the booth and made sure there was ample merchandise to sell while still selling out of some items. And when you compare that with what we actually had left once we started packing things up, you're going to see the comparison of what's left. This is where everything is already just about boxed up. And you notice how much smaller it is than what we came with. Honestly, this was just really being stocked well. Now we were moved to a new space under one of the pavilions, and certainly that helped our look overall. But I think the real key here is that we came with lots of surface. We lined the walls with height and surfaces to pack things on. And then we brought enough merchandise to actually handle the myriad of customers that came. I think that was the big key. If you want to do big numbers, you got to bring big numbers. And in the past, we just didn't have enough merchandise, and we didn't merchandise as high and wide, and every surface needed to be covered. And we also really paid attention to price point. We had a lot of items, particularly in greenery, that were under $10. And that meant just about everybody who stopped into our booth could buy something. Now in the future, we are rethinking the structure of how we set up these large booths. This big superstructure is very difficult to put up and take down, and we're rethinking how we want to do it. So look for display ideas coming in the near future.
This is the face of excited.
Yeah, she's not. She's actually getting quite snippy too. So
Tell I'm tired and I don't want to be here.
yeah. Throughout the weekend, there were a lot of buyers, and it was great to see so many of my fans from YouTube. I appreciate you saying hi and letting me know how much you love our videos. It really does mean a lot to me. And of course, we had fun getting to see the farm animals and that loose goat while we were setting up. So if you get a chance to come out to Diamond D, whether it's just for one of their events or for market, you definitely should.